Perhaps the toughest course on the entire circuit, and these 52 women have to start off here in Auckland. Absolutely perfect conditions. Just over 21 degrees, no wetsuits worn today, 26 degrees in the air. Huge crowds, and you can see it right there. A small group has made the breakaway. Milne, great swim. Ruche as well, as the women start coming out of the water. A little bit further back, Annie Haug. Once again, the German superstar will have to play absolutely power sport on the bike. But within the first couple of laps, at least 2 or 3 of the Kiwis up front, the Australians with Moffat. And as they started to come into the later stages of the 8-lap, 40-kilometer bike ride, many consider to be one of the hardest courses on the circuit, a crash taking down Gwen Jorgensen right there, the woman that everyone feared. She certainly has had some of the fastest runs in the sport. One of her U.S. teammates down as well, Katie Hersey. So 2 of the big U.S. athletes well back through the crash. They continued on through the day, but certainly much tougher. And a 3-woman breakaway. Nicky Samuels, Kate McIlroy, and a very motivated Jodie Stimpson would start to add larger and larger gaps to the rest of the field. The trio would put on an absolutely phenomenal display of biking, and by the end of the 40-kilometer ride would have almost 1 minute back to the chase pack. Annie Haug would pull a group of athletes up into that main chase pack, and then it would be a question of whether or not the Kiwis would have enough in their legs. A top 8 would get Nicky Samuels and Kate McIlroy onto the Commonwealth Games team. McIlroy, with a foot surgery, would certainly not have a lot of run miles coming into this event. You can see the chase pack back there just trying to work their way through the field. Annie Haug having an absolutely brilliant day. Remember, that German had won on this course the 2 previous times she's raced here. Jodie Stimpson continues to add to her resume that just continued to get better and better. Haug would show that she is one of the toughest women in the sport as she would pull away to eventually finish second. But Jodie Stimpson would absolutely have the perfect day, a great swim, a brilliant bike, and then get away on the run. Haug would take a silver after 2 victories here in Auckland, and then a great final finish with Jenkins, who had been away from the sport, finishing up in 3rd place.
I mean, I was lucky enough to do a few sessions with the Kiwis in Wanaka, so I knew how strong Kate was, and I saw Kate and Nicky, and I knew that this was their selection race as well, so it was like, I can't let those 2 go, they're not going to ease up, I've got to get there, and yeah, that was definitely the defining moment in the race.